Uh-oh. So what does this mean? So DCU Lanterns delayed to late summer 2026, but no release date. Yeah, heard about this, that it was supposed to come out early next year. Well, I thought I'd heard it originally before the Supergirl movie. Then, well, a little bit afterwards. Now it's a lot afterwards. So DC Studios' highly anticipated Lantern series has been delayed, with HBO CEO Casey Bloys confirming the show is now aiming for a late summer 2026 debut, months later than originally planned. During a Warner Brothers Discovery presentation in New York, Bloys revealed that Lanterns will arrive end of summer 2026 on HBO and Max. HBO and Max? Don't you just mean HBO Max? But did not provide an official release date. The update marks another shift for one of the cornerstone titles of James Gunn and Peter Safran's new universe, or DC Universe slate. Production on Lanterns began back in February, with Gunn and Safran originally targeting an early 2026 release. Warner Brothers Discovery's Q3 shareholder letter also listed the show for early 2026, though later reports suggested it might follow the release of Supergirl. So, okay, yeah, it would have come out before Supergirl. And currently, Supergirl is scheduled for June 2026. They'll probably hold to that, I would assume, but what could be the problem with the Lantern? So, the 8-episode series stars Aaron Pierre and Kyle Chandler. I don't know why it's not. I mean, it's Jon Stewart, and described as a grounded mystery following Stewart and Hal Jordan as intergalactic cops investigating a dark secret on Earth. Showrunner Chris Munday, Ozark True Detective, previously called the series as much a buddy cop show as a superhero show, suggesting a mix of noir, character drama, and high-stakes cosmic action. Probably more on the earlier stuff than that, because cosmic action is expensive. Lanterns is expected to tie directly into Gunn's larger DC Universe story arc, and may tie into reports the DCU villain is Brainiac. Well, there was a lot of stuff that seemed to indicate that Gunn might be lifting the center from the Darwin Cook series, Justice League New Frontier. And there's already been certain things like an ancient dark secret that the Lanterns uncover in this series was always teased about this series. Then there's the curious ending of Peacemaker Season 2, which sounds like monsters in the woods for where he's left, and was that Dinosaur Island, which is the center. And was that the overall 10-year plan that they talked about, that they eventually lead to this? And then this, whatever this is, mystery, perhaps involving the cult that was formed around worshiping the center and so on and so forth, would play into that. But now, with the sale and the DCU in doubt, Gunn's leadership in doubt and all that stuff, maybe just reshooting and moving things around to where it is. Brainiac is now the ultimate threat, because if Man of Tomorrow is the final movie of the DCU, then it all builds up to Brainiac, and then they'll close it there, perhaps pause it, and see what happens with the new regime and that sort of thing. If they want to continue on with any of this, then perhaps, I don't know. That seems like a lot of trouble. It could just, the series goes through what it goes through, teases what was supposed to be followed up on later, and it's another one of these things it's never followed up on. And it could very well end up like that, because things don't look so great for the DCU at the moment. But hey, maybe Supergirl could fly in and change all that, But why the delay? What could have been? Seems like they could have kept that date, But So anyway, McClellan says his insiders have told him that the show is really good and eventually leads harder into sci-fi. So, yeah, maybe it is. I'm dubious due to the involvement of Lindelof and Tom King, but maybe it's more of a Chris Monday show, But and that's the thing. It could be, maybe it probably is. It's probably really good, but it's not enough, and then this all goes nowhere. Yeah, and that's about right. But I don't know. We'll see whenever it inevitably comes out. But usually, it's not too good of a sign. Maybe for whatever reason, they're changing direction. They want more teases of Brainiac, and they're going to change scenes to lead to something of that nature, and that this would follow up Supergirl. That Supergirl's movie might tease Brainiac in that, so that by the time you get to Man of Tomorrow, you have a lot of teases of Brainiac that had already occurred, and now you're set up for it with his arrival in Man of Tomorrow. So perhaps that's the plan, and if things are doing really well, then you continue from there. Perhaps. But with everything else, I don't know. You get a bad feeling about it, Anyway, good luck, Lanterns.